An unexpected delivery earlier this week, leaving an animal shelter in Hannibal overcrowded and at risk. WGEM's Robbie Tucker stopped by the Cuddle Cat Rescue today.
Volunteers at Cuddle Cat Rescue were greeted by some surprise guests earlier this week. 4 adult cats and 2 kittens were left near the building in a covered crate early Monday morning. The shelter is already at capacity, but volunteers took them in anyway.
I don't think people think about that. When the animals are dumped, they might think you're just feeding them, you're just putting them in a space, but we need to make sure to prioritize the animals that we do have and their health above all else.
Courtney Lillard is the marketing director at Cuddle Cat, and she says each dumped cat brings new costs for the nonprofit no-kill shelter. Screenings, vaccinations, medicine, and more are all covered by the shelter before a cat finds their new home.
The financial toll on us as rescues definitely climbs the more animals we have.
Dumping animals at a shelter doesn't just put strain on the staff and finances, it can also pose health risks to animals already at the shelter. For Cuddle Cat, the only space to quarantine the new arrivals is in the recovery space, normally reserved for cats post-surgery or new litters of kittens. Those kittens are too young for vaccines and don't have many antibodies, making them more susceptible to diseases like FIV, ringworm, and upper respiratory infections.
That's the biggest hardship about taking in those dumped animals, is making sure that they are healthy, that they're not spreading anything to the cats that we currently have.
It's a situation that places an additional burden on volunteers.
When we are full, when we don't have any fosters or animals are dumped, that puts a burden on our shoulders because it becomes our responsibility without us asking for any additional responsibilities.
Anyone who needs to bring a cat to the shelter is encouraged to call ahead of time. Volunteers can likely direct you to other resources even if their kennels are full. Reporting in Hannibal, Robbie Tucker, WGEM News.
And Cuddle Cat officials say they are always accepting donations for food, supplies, and cash, as well as volunteer labor.